little garden dream today, and I wanted to share with you what plans I have for the backyard garden. Thank you for joining me. I am Mimi. This is Mimi's Home and Garden, and if you are new to my channel, which I have a lot of new subscribers, I do backyard gardening. I live in a rural neighborhood, and my backyard is filled with beds, and I've got chickens, and I grow a lot of food in my backyard. And I'll leave a playlist in the description box of all my gardening adventures. But now it's January, and it's time to plan for my 2024 garden. And I've got some new products to help me get that going. First of all, you know, I had seeds in boxes, I had seeds in file folders. I just couldn't get it organized, but I think I've done it this time. I have purchased these notebooks, and I purchased off of Amazon, and I'll leave a link below, these wonderful sheets that go in the notebook that hold my seeds. So I'm very excited about this. So I got my Hass seed order in, and I just put them in. This is A through N, and these are beans. And I've just put them in these sleeves. You can look at the back and see when you can start to plant. This is great. This is going to be great for me. Now this year I am focusing a lot on runner beans. That's a lot of protein I can put in my freezer, in my pantry, and I can grow up. So I'm really excited. I'm going to be trying these Christmas pole lima beans and the Cherokee Trail of Tears beans. That's new to me this year. So I'm real anxious for the weather to get warm so I can start planting. But these are all my beans. And then I've got 4 different kinds of carrots, cucumbers. Isn't this just great? I'm just loving this. This is my cabbages, my Swiss chard. So everything is in here, organized. I can find it quickly. And the back is herbs. So then we're going to go over to this notebook, and it's seeds O to Z. And of course I've got my okra. Now the tomatoes this year, last year if you were with me, you know I planted over 100 tomato plants because I was trying to grow my own to can. I do canned tomato sauce, spaghetti sauce, chicken tortilla soup base, so I need a lot of tomatoes. I couldn't get my tomatoes to all ripen at the same time for canning. We had tons of tomatoes. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it down to just a few varieties, much less plants, and mainly focus on eating and cooking with these. Then my canning tomatoes I can get at my favorite produce stand. They're like $30 a box, but those I will use for canning. So I'm trying to focus on more growing space for other things like corn. I can grow sweet corn in the backyard, but the raccoons tear it up. So, but I can buy a bushel of corn at this produce stand, and it's really good. There's no bugs in it. It's great. So I'm focusing on things that I can successfully grow, but things that I can also purchase this year. And of course, I'm going to cut way back on my bell peppers. I've never had so many peppers in my life, so I don't need to grow as many peppers. And then I'm going to be focusing on onions this year, and my winter squashes like butternut, pumpkin, of course yellow, and zucchini. I want to do more spaghetti squash, so I'm focusing on that type of thing. So this is just a great way to put all my seeds where I can see them. It doesn't take up a lot of space. I can put this right on the bookshelf. So I will leave a link below where you can find these wonderful sleeves because they're nice and wide and deep. Now the next thing you need is the Clyde's Garden Planner, and I'll give you a little bit more detail on that in just a moment, but this is awesome. You find your last frost date, you line it up, and it tells you when to plant everything. So I've always used this. So you can get this Clyde's Garden Planner for spring and fall off of Amazon, or you can follow this QR code straight to their website and order one of these garden planners. This is from Rachel at that 1870s homestead. I ordered her planner. It's like $12 on Amazon, and I'll leave a link for that. But this is wonderful. I'm going to show you an up-close view of what's in here. This is a 5-year planner. What I love about this planner is each year has the same garden layout where you can draw out your plan, you can write what you want to grow, put in your goals, and it's just great to have everything in one nice planner. And I've looked through this. You can even write down everything you harvested and what did you learn this year, what worked, what didn't, and so that's good for 5 years. And in the back are all kinds of great tips for how much to plant. It's just a little over $12, but worth every penny. And then the last thing I'm really excited about, something new, is I've ordered these 25 medicinal and tea herbs. So I have this book, The Lost Book of Herbal Remedies, which is great. And I'm reading through it. I'm finding the details about what seeds are in here and what they help with. And I think that today, in today's medical world, you better start learning how to take care of yourself. So I am really studying this, and I want to have one whole area of the garden that's just for medicinal herbs. So I will leave a link for this book, and this came off of Amazon, so that's something new. And then another new thing I'm so excited about, and I'll share a picture of it, is I've ordered a polytunnel. Ordered a 15 by 7 foot polytunnel, and I'm going to start off growing my cold vegetables in there, and I'm just real excited about that. And I will bring you along. I'm going to show you, we're going to go outside and look at the garden, and I'll show you where I'm going to put that polytunnel and start growing my cabbages and lettuces, mustards, Swiss chard, things that I can grow inside, and go ahead and get that started in February. So I'll bring you along on that process of putting it together. I found it on Amazon. It wasn't real expensive. Because I live in Hurricane Alley, I'm very cautious about purchasing one of those big commercial-like polytunnels because we get hurricanes all the time. So I'm going to start off small. If I don't have any issues, I may down the road look at that. But I've researched it. I've got it in my mind what I want it to use for. And so we're going to try this one, and so I'll share it with you. And let's go outside and let's look at where I'm going to put that polytunnel and then how I'm going to expand the garden. So let's go on outside and check it out. Okay, this is the area that I want to put the polytunnel in. So I'm going to take up 4 of these beds, just move them. They come right up rather easily. And then I'll put my polytunnel here. I get really good afternoon sun this way. So I think that'll work really good. Now these beds have been in here for 4 years. They're very root bound, so I needed to go ahead and redo the dirt anyway. So I'm just going to pull these up, move them, and till up this area. Then we'll put the polytunnel here. And I'm going to move that frame down a little further for beans. Now we'll just move around this way, and you can see the other beds that I have. I'm going to be doubling these beds in size, build the walls up a little bit higher and add more dirt. There is my new puppy, Callie. She would love to have her some chickens. But fortunately, we've buried the fence about 3 feet out so she can't get in. We've got a lot of training to do with her. So I'm gonna put beans on this tunnel right here again, and cucumbers this year on the teepees. I've got to get some more cattle panels for bean support, but anyway, I'm really excited about this part of the yard. I'm gonna add a lot more pots, container gardening to this area. Just really build it up. Look at that dog. Okay, so this side of the yard is where I planted all the tomatoes back behind the swing set. I'm gonna do beans there. And this little wooden thing here, I believe is gonna be my medicinal herb garden. So I've got a lot planned in my head. I'm gonna start putting it down on paper of what's gonna go where, but I'm just really thrilled, really excited about what's coming. Now I gotta go train that dog. So please let me know in the comments below what plans you are making for your garden in 2024. I sure would love to hear from you. Thank you all so much for supporting my channel, for watching, and I hope you all have a very blessed day.